Yeah, basically we're judging each other more and engaging each other less, which makes our judgments reckless.
That's right. That's right.
When I set out to try to learn, try to understand, what do we do to get out of our own way? How do we really see and reach each other so that we can fix all this in our lives and in our society? The thing that I ultimately got to that felt the most delightful and powerful and promising was our own capacity to be curious. I ended up doing research into that. What the heck is curiosity? And I had thought of it my whole life as this almost like a thing you learn about in kindergarten, you know? I learned to be curious and curiosity is fun. You learn and blah, blah, blah. But it actually, it is a tool and we can deploy it. We can use it whenever confusion is really hurting us. We can become curious and it's something we can do willfully and it's something we can exercise and do as a practice. I think some people think, you know, some people are curious and some people are not. I don't believe that. I don't think that the evidence amounts to that. Curiosity is just something you do or you don't do, and anyone can be curious. So curiosity is active so long as we pay attention to a gap between what we know and what we want to know. And it could be as silly as, you know, sitting with a group of friends and saying, oh, the guy in that movie, you know, the guy in that movie, the guy in the movie, and somebody eventually has to take out their phone and find out who the guy in the movie is because you just have to know. So it's a compulsion. It's a craving for knowledge. But there are two things right now that we need to notice are getting in the way of curiosity. And the research into curiosity shows how this happens. One is fear. You can't wonder about something you think is out to get you. You know, it'd be silly to be curious about someone pointing a gun at your face. You run. You don't need to ask questions. You get the heck out, right? Because asking too many questions can slow you down if what you're trying to do is survive. And the other thing is certainty. So there's a bunch of research into what happens when we're stressed out, when we're anxious. If there's something we really need to know, when will the pandemic be over? When will the vaccine be available? When will the mandates go away? You know, we want to get rid of, it's like an itch we need to scratch. And so when will these things happen? And it's sort of like a sense of agony. And when you want to know something out of a sense of agony, you will be motivated to just accept whatever answer comes if it gives you comfort. And so that's called manufacturing certainty, or the need for closure. The more anxious or afraid we are, the more that we have that need for closure. And so we'll reach for an answer. There's our favorite media source, a thought piece from somebody who's a commentator who we really love or respect or connect with. Well, they're telling us that those other people are terrible and are doing these things for this reason. Okay, he's right. I want nothing to do with those people. We're done. I've got my answer. I feel better now. I know who my enemy is, and I can go about my day. So that can be pretty dangerous, but that's what happens. So we also have to sort of understand that we're doing this to ourselves and to our own world, not because we're dumb or bad or crazy, but because we're all kind of scared and there's a lot of wild stuff going on out there. And so we're doing our best, and our best unfortunately falls prey to these easy default behaviors that are really digging us into a deeper hole unless we get curious.